It's what, 3:30? Well, it was 3:30. What's it now? Oops, 3:45. So I decided I would get up when I couldn't sleep. Actually, I went to bed at 7 last night, so I've had enough sleep. I was just sitting around eating, and I thought, this is no good. Let's go to sleep. Anyway, good morning. I'll say a prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this new day. It is a new day. Thank you for the snow we're going to get. Please help me to prepare and get things covered up and ready for another blow. And bless me that I can perhaps get some things done that I don't usually do, like perhaps threading my warp. That would be so nice if I could just weave again. I'd like to ask that thou bless me that I can do this and other things around the house. And please bless those who have insomnia that they might be able to fall back to sleep. And bless those that are sick, that there might be a brighter day ahead. And thank you so much for my health and that I'm not sick. Thank you so much for all the blessings that thou hast provided for us. Thank you so much for good feelings and love and happiness. And I'm so grateful to be happy in the winter time. It's so different than how I used to feel. I'm so grateful I'm getting things done this winter. Usually in the winter I don't do anything. But as Willem says, whatever Willem says, thank you for blessing us with so many blessings. Living in this beautiful country, in this beautiful world, no matter where people are, it's a beautiful world. Thank you for the sunrise and the sunsets, and for the clouds that bring the rain and the snow. And please bless those who've had too much snow that are stuck in their houses because they can't get outside. Bless them with the ability to be happy no matter what their circumstance. And thank you for all the inspiration that thou givest to us, especially for a prophet on the earth today, and for all the blessings of Jesus Christ, for the atonement, and that we don't have to feel bad about ourselves or guilty, and that we have great worth to Heavenly Father. And bless us all that we can remember our worth, and that we are His children, and that He loves us dearly, and that He gives us all these challenges that we may grow. Thank you so much for the challenges that I've lived through and that I've grown from. And please bless those that are drowning in their trials, that they might remember Thee, and that they might have faith and act and have miracles in their lives. And thank you for so many chances. And now, as I start this day, a little early, of course, bless us that we can make a good day of it, that we can do things that have been on our list that we don't feel like doing. Help us to get them done anyway. And these things we pray in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Oh, good morning, one person. And you thumbs up, so you must have been around for a while. I love you guys. Are you having trouble sleeping too? Well, I'm not having trouble sleeping. I just am done. So somebody said they wanted me to show them a craft book and go through the craft book with them. My favorite crafts. What are my favorite crafts? I think my favorite craft is woodworking. There's these videos which are easy woodworking tricks sort of things. I don't remember the names of the people, but if you look up woodworking hacks, they show you all these cool things you could do. How you can make a drill bit like a socket. I don't have a socket wrench, but I have a drill and I have all these sockets. And he showed how you can make a socket work and put it into your drill. You take a nut and washers and you put them through the socket and then, put washers and a nut on the other side. And then put the end of the bolt into your drill. I thought that was a fantastic idea. I can't use my sockets because I don't have a socket wrench, but I have a drill. I love my drill. I think if you have to have one tool in the world, it should be one of these. What is it called? Why is it stuck to the table? I guess it's a Ryobi. Yeah. And it's an impact drill. And it's portable. It's important not to have one that has a cord on it. And I mean, you can also have one of them, but if you have one with no cord and with this thing at the front where it pulls out, it pulls out and back like that. And when you pull it out, then you could take out your bit. You need 2 hands to do it. There's a lot of wind out there tonight. It's going to storm. We're going to get 10 inches of snow. 5 to 10 inches. But used to be if it said 5 to 10, we'd get 5. But now we're getting the full amount, or at least we did last time. 20 inches we got. 50 centimeters. That's a lot of snow. We used to have snow like that all the time. At least once or twice a year. It was great, maybe once a year. And often it would snow every day, just a little bit. So you maybe get a half an inch a day. But after a week or 2 weeks, it adds up. And you end up with lots of snow out there. But the 2 feet we got, it's now shrunk down, like on the table out there with my cattails on it. It's shrunk down to maybe 10 inches out of 20. Of course, none of the snow has come off the roof yet. Oh my gosh. It's going up to +1. A degree above freezing. That means, you know what that means, eh? That means it's going to slide off the roof. It's a lot of snow on the roof. 20 inches, but it's probably a foot now because it does shrink down. All right, so if you have to have one tool, it should be an impact drill. I've been trying to come down here and practice my violin every time I start to sing a song. Like when the sun rises, I'll sing, "Oh, let the sun shine in. Face it with a grin. Open up your heart and let the sun shine in. Oh, let the sun shine in. Smilers never lose and frowners never win. So let the sun shine in. Face it with a grin. Open up your heart and let the sun shine in." These few plants here don't look so happy. Maybe they should go upstairs. What do you think? Look at this yellow on the edge. It's been pretty dry in here. I just stuck a broken piece of another plant in here and it seems to be doing quite well. But this one doesn't seem to like what's been going on here. Those are such healthy Swiss chard plants. We probably should eat them. Now this was dish soap, and I put it on here to kill all those aphids. I think it might have worked too. Look at that. I have a dandelion. Who wants aphids? I look at this room and it's always so much stuff everywhere. Inaccuracies, all or nothing, mislabeling, jumping to conclusions, personalizing, emotional reasoning, overgeneralizing, my mental filter, discovering the positive, magnification, should statements. Oh, discounting the positive. Inaccuracies, those are good things to keep in mind, aren't they? Maybe before I do all those things, I should just go over here and work on my loom. Guess I'm gonna need my stool. So I need my little stand up and be counted thing. All right, so where is your stand up and be counted thing? I wonder what happens if you use shampoo and conditioner on doll hair. Have you ever tried that? I thought I ate all my broccoli or Brussels sprouts last night. Let's go have a look at these things, see what we got in this container. Ah, yes. I need a charger for right here. And oh yeah, a stand. I wonder how this one works. Good morning, Eloise. You must be somewhere far away. Oh, good morning. How are you, Susan? It's nice to see you. So I got this little dealy thing for $5. Let's see what it'll do. To renew, use warm water and mild soap. So you can stick it there. So let's see how this is going to work. I have to take this off. Put you on there. Oh, look, you stand up nicely. Isn't that awesome? Okay, now let's see if we can use this to do our loom. Sorry I turned all the lights on, but it was so nice to see outside with the lights out. But anyway, I'm not going to show you that now. Good morning, Eloise. I'll have to write that down. So I wonder where you should sit to watch this process. I wonder if this can move. Maybe not. I don't know. I wonder if it can go like somewhere here. This is where I need it so you can watch it. I don't know. So, let's see how this goes. Oh, you're really stuck on there hard. Oh, I wonder if I could turn you upside down like that. Let's see what we can do upside down. So if we turn you upside down like so. There we go. Then I could hang you. Hey, how about that? Well, you really can't see everything here. So, but where else could we put you? Put you over here. Hey, that's pretty good, isn't it? All right, well, let's see if we can do this then. So that's the open one. It doesn't get one. 4, 3, 2, 1. 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. Oh, 4. That one doesn't have one in it. This must be the one that goes in there. Oh, these are all a mess, eh? They all get so turned around there. I think I have to untie them over on this side. I thought I would try and do something on this loom. Make sure I've got them all going the right way first. I had a hard time when I was working with this warp before. Okay, so this is pretty cool. Oh, everybody's here again. What shootings? I haven't heard about that either. We're all here. Let's go upstairs, and I have to write down where she's from. Let's get this. It's nice to see you guys every day. You really light up my life. All right, so let's go in here and I forgot to turn out the lights in here last night. Everything is growing. Isn't this cool? It's all growing. Look how tall this asparagus is. I think I shouldn't be walking on that without wetting it. Look at how nice these guys look. Look at these. They're all happy. And look at how huge the... Well, I guess we don't need two of these here. Maybe two of them will work. I don't know. It's a pumpkin, right? Look at how big this one is. They're very happy in here. Alright. So let's come over here. And we'll write down. See, I have to turn you over now. Oh, where's the counterbalance? Let's see if I can turn you around again. It's kind of difficult. It is nice to have good friends. Okay, so let's get out our book and we will write down. So, who have we got here? Eloise Hook in the UK. So, under E, Eloise, E, L-O-I-S-E, Hook, UK. Okay, and then under UK, M-R-T-V-Q-R. U is before R. Huh, I didn't really think about that before. O-P-Q-R-S-T-U. Okay, UK. So UK is Eloise Hill. Now, are you in England, Britain, England, Scotland, or Ireland? Anyway, so has everybody been having a good sleep up until they woke up? I hope I don't keep you up all night. And Susie Q. Hi, Susie Q. What shootings is this? You know, these trucks are doing this stuff in Ottawa. Yeah, when you're in the big trials, yeah, you just pray. And then at least you're not alone in your trial, right? And the trials are just that. They're just tests. They're just giving us opportunities to grow in different ways that we've never grown before, to understand things differently. You're in England, down south. Okay, so we'll put you under Britain then. Or should it be England? E-F-C-E C-D-E, England, okay. England. Eloise, E-L-O-I-S-E, Hill. Okay, good. Welcome, welcome. Look at that, 5 people, 10 after 4 in the morning, 3 thumbs up. Ah, you're just getting ready to sleep, and now look. Good morning, Kirsten, Music and Life. Are you from across the pond as well? We seem to get a different batch of people according to what time of day I film. Very interesting when that happens. Y'all are great. Anyway, I wrote it down in my book. So if I could put you where you could watch while I do the loom and yet get a good view of it. I don't know how to do it so you get a good view. I like laughing. I got up this morning in the middle of the night and looked outside, and it was light out on the snow because the lights up here were on. But it's very mild today. What did you just say? Oh, the Netherlands. That's called Holland and Netherlands. Kirsten, Music and Life. What's your music? Kirsten. Is that right? There's too many guns out there. Kirsten, Music, M-U-S-I-C, and Life. I hear Willem. Must be his middle of the night run too. Kirsten, Music and Life. You're in the Netherlands, eh? And now I'll put you down under the alphabetical order, under the K's. K. Kirsten, Music and Life. Netherlands. Willem's Dutch, you know. I like Holland. I enjoyed being there with my mother-in-law and Willem. We've been there a few times to visit them. It's nice. It's a different world than it is over here, isn't it? Everything is small. I'm so grateful for space. Oh, you play multiple instruments, and music is a big part of your life, even if I have to put it on hold because of diagnoses and learning to live with a lot. Do you play the fiddle or the violin? I love my fiddle. Violin. I've always called it a violin. I said something as I drove through Tennessee. I made a video and I said something about my violin music, and the violin music in the mountains, the hillbilly violin. He said, "No, it's a fiddle. Don't you know anything?" You know, I brought up all these containers of dirt yesterday from the studio. Yes, I think the reason that the fiddle sounds like a cat is possibly it's because the bow makes it sound really rough and scratchy. But it's kind of a neat sound too. You're used to music that's always pure notes. But with the fiddle, it's scratchy. Oh, good morning. Oh, well, here we go. I'll write you down. Moomin 151. I've been watching Nancy Today for years. I'm from Somerset, UK. Hope everyone is well and content. What did you say? You never made the fiddle sound like a cat. All right, but my main instrument is the flugelhorn. Besides that, I play the trumpet, cornet, horn, piano, saxophone, flute, etc. Wow, you can really do it like Abraham, my little Abraham. He could pick up any instrument and make it work. Kirsten, it is a very pretty name. Okay, Moomin, I have to write you down now. Let's check where you go in the big book from Somerset. I have too many things on this little place. All right, so Moomin, let's go under M. K-L-M. K is very close to M. Moomin. M. Oh. Moomin. Oops, what does it say? Means star in Scandinavia. I'm sorry. Moomin 151. Your videos always make me smile. I've been watching since I was 14. Turning 18 this year, which is terrifying. Yeah, wait till it's 66. The numbers are going to change every year. And although people young think that old people are in a different world, it's just one day after another. You can clap your hands. Yay! If you believe in fairies, then clap your hands. Now, I should write that down. I could learn to play that one. If you believe in... I'm going to write them in the back of this book. I have other things in the back of the book already, though. I had where Zane goes. But wait a minute. We have to finish writing down Moomin. Moomin 151 under M. And you're in UK Somerset. Somerset. My son wants to go to England. And they go where they want to go. And I'm grandma. And they'll probably take me. So I might go to England one day. Okay, so UK. So I look over here under Britain. I have everybody under Britain. Huh. So Moomin, Moomin 151, Somerset, which is in the south of England. There. So it's under Britain. I really should just put it all under England. I'll put you also under the UK because, you know, it's always good to cross-reference if you can't figure out. That's cool, playing the recorder. QRSTU. STUW. Here we go. So Eloise Hill is in the UK, and also Moomin, Moomin 151 in Somerset. That's so cool. It's nice to know where everybody comes from. I used to teach the recorder to kids. Yeah, I guess if you were into all those music, you were probably a teacher, weren't you? That's cool. Can you hear the wind blowing out there? It's blowing hard. But it's mild. It's not very cold. It's like -1. It's going up to +1 today, but it's going to snow and snow and snow. And you know what that means. That's going to be wet snow. It's going to be packy snow. You know what I should do? I should put another announcement on the local village Facebook page that send your snow people photos to me for this annual snow contest. Yes, I can't play the piano either. Isn't the flute-like thing the recorder? Yes. I come. I have some videos on this channel, but I've not been very active with making videos. Well, once people from here start watching you, you may end up having to make more, you know. Once they start telling you how awesome you are, it just makes you want to do some more, doesn't it? There's nothing better I've done in my life than make my Nancy Today videos. Well, I can't say that. There's probably other things. Yeah, but the best thing about it is that you're stretching yourself, right? Is that you're trying to learn something new that you haven't learned already. I think I'll put you over here, since you can stand and be counted now. It's a little crooked on there, though. I have to peel you off and put you on right. There you go. Uh-oh, we have that spam crap again. Report. Horn report. Okay. Sorry about that. Well, I've got these mittens going here. But I didn't get my scissors. Why don't I have scissors for it? How ridiculous is that? So I can't cut them off from there. I wonder if I have a lighter or something up here. Let me see if I can find something that at least I could burn them off. Oops. I'm going to take those down, I think, and put them in my potato plants. Let's see what's in this drawer. Oh, look, here's all those little connectors I needed. These things. Ha! Thank goodness. Now I can plug you up. But no scissors. But there is a electric thing. Oh, let the sun shine in. Face it with a grin. Open up your heart and let the sun shine in. Oh, let the sun shine in. Face it with a grin. Open up your heart and let the sun shine in. Hey, this is not just wool. There's something in this. There's some kind of a different fiber in this. It's kind of got a plastic stuff in it. You can always tell by burning your fiber what it is. Yeah, fiber shouldn't look like that. All right, so the mittens are now separate. You just never know. So what did I miss? What did I miss? Oh, your pinky finger gives you trouble. In the southwest, we have a mild winter. However, we are due snow in mid-February. I have my mittens ready. I crocheted them. Nice. Starting a new channel based on my chronic illness and the road to acceptance and getting the help I need. Notice my music going to the background because of EDS. So what is EDS? I think I remember hearing that word, but I don't remember what it means. These don't need to be here either. Let's just do away with them. Yeah, that's pretty stiff. This has definitely got some other fiber in it as well as the wool. Who would have thought? You don't always need scissors. See, that is definitely not the way wool operates. You can tell what fibers you've got by burning them. Did you know that? I get a lot of that. Okay, I got the Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, the hypermobile type. Last year, it's a connective tissue disorder. Basically means all my joints keep dislocating and it causes way more problems. Oh my goodness, when people start to get to know me, they're amazed by my stories. Sounds painful. is that a permanent illness? It's a syndrome? That's amazing. Amazing what stuff is out there that we don't even know about, right? So many people are dealing with things. Yeah, my body on the inside is 70, but 32 on the outside. Wow. Wow. Well, life is not dull, is it? Yeah, there must be others out there. It's so cool that we have the internet now and we can connect to one another like this. Don't you find? A rare chronic illness. And it's just a connective tissue. Yeah, pain is no fun. What do you take for it? Have you got anything that gets rid of your pain? It's nice to talk to you guys. I'm at a loss. I don't know what to say about this condition. I've never heard of it. How many people have it? Yes, we have a good community here now, don't we? So when you say that your body on the inside is 70, what does that mean? Like in real terms, this is snug. I wonder if that's okay if it's snug. Maybe I'll give it a little more. Give it a little more size. In my country, about 2,000 out of 17 million. Well, 2,000 is a lot of people, though, isn't it? But I think we get these things so that we can help each other. You know, everything is for a reason, right? And if you think about what could be the goal here, the overarching goal, right, is that we learn and we help one another, right? So if we're helping one another, it gives us joy and we gain intelligence as we learn about different things. It's amazing what causes it. Like, are these things caused by bacteria or food or wear and tear? I mean, where do these things come from? It's interesting, you know. And then how does it affect you with COVID out there? Like, people with your condition, what will that do to you? And how are you doing, Susan, with your COVID? Are you feeling better now? I have a friend who was also abused, and it's amazing that what goes on the inside of a body that's been abused. You know, that I think her spleen was broken, and it's caused all these other things. You have mostly mental health issues due to many things that have happened to me. I have ADHD too. I have ADHD, so you're in the right place. Yes, mental health. Need that sunlight. That's a big number one. For me, anyway, if I don't have sunlight, this is the IV cord. I should probably plug you up. Just in case, just make everything work perfectly, right? So we don't have to stop this just because of techno problems. I don't know if it's stuck in there or not. Well, it's nice that I can hold this. I can knit while we speak. When I was 12, the doc made an MRI and got told my wrist looked like a 60-year-old woman. It is arthrotic, something mentally I've had issues too, but 13 years of therapy helped me. Neuropathy is lower sugar, higher protein, lower starch, nice fruit and vegetable. So that's the cure, or the best way to handle it. Lower sugar, higher protein, lower starch, nice fruit and vegetables. I suppose everybody goes through anatomy lessons, right? We just all. Oh wait, now you said fruits contain antioxidants to help fight nerve damage and control inflammation. Try to have a serving of fruit daily. Vegetables. Just like fruit, vegetables are rich in antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals. Whole grains, nuts, legumes. Oh my, oops. Rich 3 foods, less lean protein. Food is such a trick. Like at least I know all the things that are good for us and the things that aren't good for us, but even among those, we're all different in those, what our bodies want and will tolerate. All right, that's better. I don't want it to be too tight on my thumb, because then this is toe up, or I'm making thumbs from the top down. Otherwise, if you end at the top, you have everything is gathered with one string, and anything happens to that string and your whole thing starts to unravel. So this is better. Nothing will unravel at the top. I'm past whole grains and things. I think that I don't think it's good for me to have grains. You know, I used to go to OA at one time. That's Overeaters Anonymous. And the people in there that were skinny, which I thought, wow, this is weird. What are skinny people doing here? They were the people that had given up sugar and wheat. Or sugar and flour. You do, you knit like this too. That's good. Oh, wait a minute. I'm making the mitten fingers. See, here's my mitten. Ta-dum, ta-dum. And soon it will have a thumb. Ta-dum. We just have that far to go. Not far. There's 2 of them. And they match. Because I made them at the same time. I used to use double pointed needles, and I was forever trying to keep the needles from falling out of my work. And I was always getting poked with them. And so I put an end to that. And this is easier because if I make one with needles, there's no way I'll be able to make another one the same way. And if I do, you have to get ready for your recovery work group. I hope everyone has a great day. It was amazing to talk to you. Yes, Kirsten, I hope you're back again soon. And enjoy your beautiful mild weather. And I hope you get a little bit of snow sometime to make you smile. It's cool to go to therapy. When I got divorced, I figured that there was something wrong with me for choosing my ex. And if I chose him, then I had a problem. So I went to therapy. You're usually lurking in the background. Well, it's nice to know that, you know? It's good to know that you're there. There's a lot of people that are there that don't speak up. When I finish these videos, and although there's 7 people right here right now, those people are probably each watching for 1 minute or less. And by the time I turn it off, it will never have said more than 10 people at a time. And yet there it'll say like 120 people have watched it or 60 people. I guess phenomenal. But of course, they only stay for, drop in and see if there's something interesting. What crafts are you talking about? I did make a pair in Vancouver. Actually, I made 2 pairs. I enjoy my knittings. I most likely have PCOS, but that's quite common, 1 in 10. What is that? PCOS, Eloise. I should write this stuff down. Oops. Eloise is PCOS. And Moomin, did Moomin talk about something? Moomin was neuropathy. Moomin, being a good person, is being expansive and always wanting to learn. I guess so. I miss so much if I don't read everything. Now I'm dealing it with blindness in my right eye and neuropathy. Believing in the light, Moomin, Somerset. Blind in one eye. Wow. And neuropathy. We really have no idea how good we have it. You hear about somebody else's thing. Oh, so Eloise, and then... Oh, yes, I did paint it. Yes. I didn't give him a face because how do you make him look the right way? How could you possibly know what he looks like? It's where the uterus doesn't quite work properly and causes hormonal imbalances. Wow, and be really careful of receipts. Now that was, who just said that? That was Eloise. So it's the uterus and hormone imbalance. See, I'm learning stuff today. This is cool. It's only 20 to 5 in the morning. We're ahead of time, aren't we? And now, so Eloise and Moomin, and then we had, I'll have to go back up here, Kirsten. And Kirsten had, what was it she called it? Let me go back up here and find it. Kirsten. Gosh, we get so much going on in here. Eloise, so you have mental issues. Whoa. It's like you're not like whatever we're supposed to be. I'm not. What's the next one? This is Kirsten. I was going to write down. Kirsten, you smoke weed a couple times a day because my body is unaffected by most painkillers. Well, I'm curious what other people think about that. I know it's legal here in Canada now. Okay, I've got to go back up. Here it is. EHLERS. So now I don't want that to move. I've got to hold my finger on that. Okay. EDS. Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. It's the hypermobile type. Connective tissue disorder means that all my joints keep dislocating Okay, I'm going to write that down. So Kirsten is she's in Holland, right? N-L-M-N-O-N, New Jersey, N-E, Netherlands, N-E-T. Here it is, Kirsten. Okay, so Elhers, E-H-L-E-R-S, D, and then what was it, D? All right. Dados, wasn't it? Something like that? I'm going to write down all these instruments too. Flugelhorn, F-L-U-G-E-L, horn. Trumpet, cornet, C-O-R-N-E-T, cornet, horn, saxophone, piano, flute, piano, flute. That's a lot of things, eh? And Eloise, you're 18. Eloise is not a very common name anymore, is it? Or at least not here. And you can clap your hands and stomp your feet. So where is it where she wrote that down? E-D-S. E-D-S. And it's now oh, I didn't even get this part. She said, when I applied to the conservatory like 11 years ago, they sang the song, You Are My Sunshine, with a group of people in 100 people. Love that. Okay, Ehlers-Danlos, D-A-N-L-O-S syndrome. Okay, dislocating joints. Dislocating joints. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Now, Eloise, you are in the UK, so I'll go back over to here to the Eloise. A, B, C, D, E. Okay, Eloise, you have PTSD, and what did you say? Severely abused. Isn't it awful that people can do things to other people? Depression. Yes, I think that the worth of souls is great in the sight of God. I think that we forget how important we are to the Lord. I got adopted when I was 14 by my 2 now dads, and I have 2 amazing older brothers. It made me a good person now, though. So Susie Q, you have, okay, so we have to look up that. Susie Q, I'll look under S for Susie Q. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. Susie Q, Alabama. And where did you say this is? Teresa, T-E-R-E-S-A, K-O-G-U-T. Look up Hello Sampler. Sampler. Okay, I hope I remember to do that. Teresa. Okay. Oh, that's on YouTube, right? Yeah. Hello Sampler. Here we go. You see, this is why I can't sit and weave, because, Susan, it really is terrifying. People will never understand terrifying. How much fear never leaves. Yes, this is the PTSD, right, Eloise? Yeah. I wonder, we're on the earth to develop faith. And so in developing faith, we have what a challenge it is to now have illnesses out there, this PTSD, where we have so much fear. Not me, thank heavens, but if you have so much fear, then having faith would be so much harder, because faith drives out fear, right? You can't have faith and fear at the same time. And so holding the hand of the Savior, if you go to therapy, they don't teach you this. But if you hold the Savior's hand when you're scared, and, you can even cast out Satan in the name of Jesus Christ, Satan be gone. And it works. You lost a son in 1998. Yeah, love is fabulous, eh? Our channel has really, it's not my channel, it's everybody's channel, but it's really blossomed lately. Susan, I didn't write that down, that you lost a son in 1998. Susan, Wisconsin, 1998, lost son. It's hard to lose your kids. That's what I hear, but I haven't gone through it. But I know losing Abe to schizophrenia, he's here. He's not here, but he didn't die, but he's not the same, and, he's a darling. He's still this wonderful, big, old soul. Such a sweet fellow. And such a shame, because for his whole life, he has to listen to music to make the voices so he can't hear them, even though he's on medications. And, he loved woodworking. I bought him a lathe once. I think I gave it to him, and I think he might have taken it, might have gone to Ottawa with him. I don't know. Anyway, I can't find it anymore, and I'm trying to figure out whatever happened to it. But, I guess if he has headphones on and he's listening to music, he could probably do the lathe. Thank you all for showing up here in the middle of the night. You're so supportive of me. It's so nice that, and you inspire me too. You really inspire me a lot to do things, things that are of interest to you guys as well. I'm surrounded by projects. I have on the pillow here, this is the bobbin lace pillow, are the bobbins, which are not all ready. There's only 6 of them ready. I have to make more. I've got my little bobbin winder downstairs on the counter, but I should bring it up here. And then I've also got this cookbook out here that I was looking at yesterday, this Undiet cookbook. It's kind of interesting. It's all good for you. Mung bean pizza, veggie chow mania, sweet and spicy barbecue sauce. She doesn't use sugar, and she doesn't use dairy, and she does use rice. But anyway, I also have my Wheat Belly cookbook here. pens and pencils. Yesterday I went down to the stream and I've got my sketchbook there. Wasn't that cool? I got to do a live video from down there. That was really awesome. I suppose if I'd stayed in one place in the A-frame, I might have been able to carry on longer, but it was just good to be there and have you guys there. Anyway, I have a sketchbook down there now, and so I painted, or I sketched the view. I think I'm going to try sketching the view every time I'm there. Oh, well, goodbye, Moomin. Have a nice day. Enjoy that. I have to look up what I wrote down about Moomin again. But all three of you are all mixed up in my head now. At least I have this book, I can write it down. I didn't write it all down in here, though. Maybe it's under you on the other one, under the UK. I need tabs on this, you know. I'll have to go make some tabs. Never a dull moment. Brazil, Britain, Moomins. I didn't write any of Moomin's stuff down. Let's go back up here. I have to, sorry. Oh, what did you just say? Somebody was murdered? Over a pool game? Oh my goodness, Susan. Oh my goodness. Imagine. And what happened to the person that did this? And why? Yeah, that would take a lot of therapy, wouldn't it? I guess I'm going to have to do something different than flip back and forth. Oh, I wonder if I can do a photo. Let me see if I can make a photo of the right thing here. So what was I looking up? I was looking up Moomin. You love watching me at the recycle center. And the shoes on gravel. ASMR. That's neat, Moomin. Oh, I was going to say, Eloise, about hormonal imbalances, that the receipts that we get now, they have a plastic coating on one side, which is the stuff from the inside of the tin cans. They changed one letter of it, but it's virtually the same thing, and it does the same problems to your body. Like in Canada, they ruled out that stuff on the inside of the tin can. But anyway, so it's on the one side of your receipts, and then the words are put in with a laser. It's sort of cut through the plastic and makes black, right? It's the burned plastic. Anyway, but if you touch the front of those receipts, it causes hormone damage. And so cashiers are showing up with hormone problems. So Eloise, I would suggest that that's something to pay attention. I helped you through a lot of sleepless nights, Kirsten. I guess that's the ASMR, right? So let's go back up here to Moomin. Oops. Moomin says to Grateful, you made my day with your wisdom. I love seeing people do crafts. What was I looking up? I was looking up Moomin. Wait a minute, who was it that said this about... Sorry, gotta go figure it out. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Maybe somebody else could tell me. Can we repost these from one moment to the next? Yes, the receipts are very bad for you. So you be careful. You can... Oh, thank you about the shading on the painting. Yeah, so I'm gonna do a different sketching every time I go down there, I think. I'll try and sketch the same thing every time, and maybe it'll get better and I'll see different things about it. But of course, it's gonna change every time I still looking for this, what Moomin said. What is it? Oh, blindness, that's right. Blindness and neuropathy. Goodness, blindness. I just got my neuropath. Neuropathy. Okay, there we go. Sorry. So, Moomin, dealing with blindness and neuropathy. My mother used to say that it was good to go around her house in the dark because it helped her to know, to be prepared if she ever lost her sight. She had glaucoma. I thought that was very advanced thinking. I wonder if I should make these thumbs. I guess, see, it's gotten bigger on this side. It's gonna be able to be bigger when I get down there. I hope. I don't know how to really make thumbs. I'm just making it up as I go. So tell me about your cross stitching. Did you already say that and I missed it? What do you cross stitch? That's Susie Q in Alabama, right? So how's your weather? Did you ever get any snow? And how about you, Grateful? What did you say that was so inspiring? Was it your list of foods to eat? I keep missing parts. I'm so sorry. So sometimes I was thinking I would make little short videos when I'm doing a project, just to show you the project so that you can find it later and it won't be lost in a long thing of whatever. No snow, just cold. Yes, the store receipts. 15 years. Oh. And, well, that's just such a different world to be involved in, Susan. This 15 years things. And what did you just say, Susie Q? No snow, just cold. We get snow again today. It's gonna snow, yay! What's today? Today is Wednesday, right? Wednesday. So if it snows on Wednesday and Thursday, it's supposed to snow for 2 days, and then it's not going to snow on Friday. We're supposed to go to the temple on Friday. But that's all up in the air, according to what the snow's like in Toronto and all places east along the 401 and Highway 7, all the way up. Toward Ottawa. Ottawa is still in the throes of the truckers. It's getting to be quite a situation because they have blocked all these streets. The streets are just regular narrow streets in a city, except the one in front of Parliament Hill. That's a big street. But there's lots of trucks parked on all the streets and in the streets, and they're just like gridlock. Trucks three or four lanes deep on the main one, and they've just filled it up. Hi! I heard him down there moving around. You're working on a rooster now. Later in the kitchen, I'm working on a black bird project. Interesting. Interesting. Actually, these are too tight to wear gloves under. I think they're too tight. They're pretty snug. But I have another pair that are really fluffy that I can wear them under. I was thinking of giving them to my daughter, but I don't think they're nice enough for her. Not all people wear just anything, Not that she's not picky like that, but she is in society out there. This one is coming loose, of course, because I had it tied up to the so the way to finish them off so they don't go bad. Oops. Don't fall apart, which is another way of saying going bad. Anyway, so if you do your final loop stuff like that, you attach your new stuff to the first of the old stuff, and then you go through here. My mother used to do some cross stitching. And then you take this one, look at this has a point on it now. Imagine that. It's supposed to be wool. And then you just weave it through all the way. You can weave it down somewhere where it's not going to fall apart, Just go in and out. Hey, I got my sewing machine out yesterday. Isn't that cool? I'm going to make patches for my beautiful white coat. I'm going to make pink patches out of a tee. No, not a tee. A bandana. My eyes aren't good enough for cross stitching. Yeah, I got my eyes checked yesterday. I'm getting new glasses. And when he showed me, choose 1 or 2, 3 or 4, 5 or 6. And when he would do that, by the time he got to the ones that worked well, I could see things clearly. I haven't seen anything that clearly for a long time. It's going to be awesome to have new glasses. I think they take 10 working days or something. Yes, my Zoomy camera is a great magnifying glass. But I took it outside, I did all that to get it ready the other day. I didn't go snowshoeing the paths yet because I was going to take my Zoomy camera. And so I plugged in my camera and then I uploaded all the things that were on the card so that I could use the card again, the SD card. And then, lo and behold, I got outside and it didn't work. It was dead. So then you pull it and it's all hidden. So there it is. It's the vertical stitch in there. There's that end with that black stuff on it now. Anyway, I should have made these narrower, right? You should use a smaller thing. But see how I made a nice bump there? For my, it's a little too low. Oh well. In 14 count. Oh, I I see. That's the size, right? You guys have helped me so much being here for me all the time. It's so awesome to be able to just get up in the middle of the night and have a conversation with people. I mean, you can't text anybody. You can't message anybody. You might wake them up. But you can go on a live video and hang out and chat. I've never done that. Never gone on a live video and hung out and chatted. Well, I guess maybe that's not true. I did make my cattail stuff and do some of my weaving with this lady. Her name is, what is it? It's under Facebook, and it's Alberta Basket Makers. And she makes videos while she's teaching basketry. She's an amazing person, Marianne Borsch. She spends her summers, she farms, so she's got all these animals. She spends her summers teaching basket making to people. Like every Saturday or whatever, people are coming over and she's got a workshop going on. I would like to do that. I would love to have people come over and do a workshop with me. But I can't prepare. That's my ADHD, is preparing. I can do one of it. I can prepare, or I can invite, or I can cook, or maybe basket make. But doing them all ahead of time together, I'm very spontaneous. I can do them all on their own. I keep yawning now, but I got I went to bed at 7 because I noticed I was just sitting around eating chips, no less, a whole bag of them, which is what, 4,000 calories? So that's 2 days. I can't eat anything with calories for 2 days, which means I can have lots of vegetables, but no calories, no. Anyway, but I will, which means that I'm getting bigger. I don't like getting bigger. I was in the 160s. I was 220 and 240 and in there for a long time. But now I've been in the 150s is really hard to get into the 150s. But I've been in the 160s now for a couple of years, I guess. But I've been touching the 170s. That's no fun, eh? To see your, and I don't know if it happens to other people, but when I eat and I'm starting to get fat, when I'm eating more than I need, I'll start to feel it. Like if I eat something with oil, I'll feel this one spot on my leg. And I think it's that's where the fat is going and it's trying to expand next to the skin. And then I'll feel it another place another time. And now I'm feeling it closer down to my knees, which means it's already been filling up along the edge of my leg. So I gotta go backwards with that. Can't let that carry on. How come this one's bigger? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no. The whole thumb is going to be smaller the whole way. Well, we'll fix it now as we can. I like it when their errors are the same, right? At least they match. But at least I caught it. I could take it out. It's hard to take them out when you're using 2 needles. I mean, two at a time. It's so easy, you know. You go across one and then you go across the other. So theoretically, I would add one on this side now because make them the same. Getting closer. So what else has been going on? Am I missing? Are people going to bed? We have 4 people. Eloise, are you still here? And Susan, Ernest, and Susie Q, and Grateful. It's amazing how many of us have to go through therapy, eh? Thank heavens there's therapy. I wanted to be a therapist. That's what I wanted to do with my psych education. And I guess perhaps on here I am a bit of a therapist, I don't know. I do have some good ideas about how to see life and how to live and how to be happy. Gratitude is a huge thing. If you feel gratitude, it makes the depression go away. Gratitude puts your mountain on wheels. Gotta move mountains, right? Moving mountains, you gotta faith, act, and then you get the miracle. Faith precedes the miracle. I don't know how PTSD and faith, I have a friend at church who's got PTSD from Vietnam, and he has great faith, and he had to give up all kinds of addictions. But from what I know of fear, it's the antithesis of faith. How about, can you be grateful in the midst of PTSD when you're terrified of what's going on? I mean, being grateful is like, see, there's Erikson's hierarchy of needs, or is it Maslow? I think it's Erikson. And the bottom was safety, like the hierarchy. I don't know, if you haven't been in psych, you probably don't know this, but so it's like a pyramid. So at the bottom, it's a pyramid scheme. So at the bottom is safety. So before you can have, like, thinking, so let me just tell you. So there's safety, love and belonging, self-esteem, I don't know, and then self-actualization is at the top. It's where you're having higher thoughts, But if you're not feeling safe, it's pretty impossible for you to feel all those, like love and belonging, if you're not feeling safe. So the first thing to do is deal with the safety issue. I think this one's long enough. It's looking long, isn't it? The actual thumb part that sticks out away from the skin is not as long. Look at that. But it's not long enough yet to attach to this, I don't think. And another little bit there. But this one, see how far over that's got to go. So I guess it's time to start making it much bigger. Let's add some stitches here. Can you hear the wind? I want to hang up that plastic out in the shady deck so that the snow won't come in and get all over my tools and everything. So I'll add one on both ends, I guess, for this round. So to add a stitch, you do one regular stitch, and instead of pushing it off now, you go back into the other side of the stitch. So you're going in the back of it. Usually you go in the front of it, right? So then you have two stitches there. And you can, this first one didn't tighten up enough because I was showing it to you. There we go. So I'll do the same when I come to the middle of this side too. I'll add another stitch on each one. It would be nice if I could find a pattern for this, so I actually knew what to do, but I might not follow it anyway. I like this room. Did I make another stitch there? I guess I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait a minute, I was going to make it on the other side though, wasn't I? Yeah, I should do it here. Okay. So one goes in the front, and then you come around to the back, and go in between there. Oops, let me get that right. So you go in it again, but you're going in the back now, and then you do it, and now you've got an extra stitch there. Let me do that here too. You're very quiet out there now, everybody. What's going on? Going back to sleep? There's some nice dream songs. Now I lay me down to sleep, da-da-da. Angels watching over me. Pray the Lord my soul to keep. Angels watching over me. Angels. There's another one about sleeping. What's the one about the baby in the cradle in the tree? I forget it. As soon as I start yawning, everybody stop. Look, we have 4 now. People are going to sleep or going off to do their day. Now I lay me down to sleep. I'll add another one here from this last stitch on this side. So now it'll reach over further and fit. I think they're 8 stitches wide. Maybe it's, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know. Can't really read it, see it very well. If I don't pay attention, I won't do it properly, you know. Yes, indeed. There's a channel called Floss Tube for Stitcher. Get ideas. Oh, good, you're jabbering away. How did I miss all these things? That Teresa lady has really beautiful cross-stitching patterns, vintage looking. Yes, you are my therapist, Nancy. Oh, bless your heart. Teresa is your favorite designer. So that's not you, Susie Q. That's Teresa, someone else. Very pretty patterns. I'm jabbering away. There's a channel called Floss Tube for Stitchers. Floss Tube. I have to write that one down here too. Floss Tube. Willem has decided to have his own YouTube channel on, account. He uses his own account instead of my account because I keep subscribing to different things like Fiddlin', and somebody asked me what channels do I follow. I don't know. I don't really follow any channels. I just I do my stuff, and when I need to know something, well, I have subscribed to a few Minecraft people, because I'm learning all these different Minecraft things you can do. Now, how many have I got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. How about here? 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so that gets one next time. Just have to remember to only do them on the same side. And you watch that too? You're working on a sweater. I've got the back done and most of the front. Then sleeves will be next. Good job. I always like doing sweaters on a circular needle. Because then I don't have to attach anything later. And everything fits together. I don't have one side that's longer than the other. I know. If I were to just be better at it, I wouldn't do that, but I don't pay attention, as you can see just by listening to me. Our conversation is here and there and everywhere. It's even more now that other people are adding information as we go. 3, 6, 8. That goes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so now we have to add on this one. We'll have to add here. Hey, why is it saying low battery? Maybe I have to take you out of this container there. And this is nice that you have a place to sit. But if we run out of battery, you know we'll be back again later. Because we always are. It's just the way it goes here, eh? It's good to get to know you guys. You can all friend me on Nancy Today on Facebook. Todaay on Facebook. And I should be right there, but you have to put in the 2 A's to find me. But some people said that they looked for me and couldn't find me. I didn't understand that. Maybe I didn't fit into the algorithm of the day. So are you knitting now, Susan? And Susie Q, are you working on your cross stitching? It's a little early in the morning, right? 5:30. People are usually getting up and getting their hot drink and stoking the wood stove. I'm going to do some more on that, on outside. I went outside this morning and I did cover up my couch, my ladder, the one from in here, the straight one. I had leaned it against the house and it fell down, so I put that back to rights. Yes, you are. Okay, let's see what about this one now. Oh, look at that. It's going to fit. Almost. One more time around, I guess. Where are we now? Here we go. So what color is your sweater, Susan? It's so good to have something to show for your time. If you have to sit, it's really cool. There's so many sitting things that you can do. So, I'll make it bigger one more time. I hope it's right. Yeah, I'll just make it bigger one more time, because it'll have to have an extra stitch on the end to go up the side, because it's the side of a hole now. So I'll need 12 on each side, I guess. So how many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This will put you to sleep. 8, 9. If you have COVID out there, my heart is with you. I think I'll add one here on the edge here. Oh wait, that didn't do it right. 9. So 9 and 10, right? Let me check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'll come to this side. Make sure there's 10 here also. One, 2, also known as 1, 2. Different shades of gray and white. Oh, really? I inspired you. You're not stitching, eh? Different shades of gray. Is it for someone? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so that's got 10 on each side. That's ready to hook on. And then let's see about this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, this is definitely going to be the wrong size. Oh no, I'll just add 2 at each end. 1 at each end. You made it mostly for warmth. Yeah, I like this sweater with all these things, and I'm realizing I don't have another sweater with all these little things. I wore this for you today, Susan, even though I've been wearing it a lot lately, and it should probably go in the laundry. Two. 3. Are you adding sparkles as you go? 4. Sequins. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, how can that be 10 over here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, but this side needs 10 now. So we'll add it on this side. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then add 1. So they're both 10. Now all sides of all of them are 10. And they're all the light. Yeah, you should put some sequins in it. Wouldn't that be fun? Little little silvery ones on the gray and white. That would look so pretty. Is it a thick sweater? Must be if it's for warmth. Look at that. It's gonna work. But you know, because I make them like this, one size is not longer than the other. Ah, but I could make one side longer by just doing half before I take it off. That's it, I'll do that. Ha 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 ha. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ah, it's not 11 at all. It belongs on the other side. Okay, so now from here, I guess I'll take these off, starting here. If I knew the Kitchener stitch, I could just stitch it and, you know, join those open stitches together. But alas, I don't know the Kitchener stitch. Anyway, so I'm just going to cast off, and then I'm just going to put them on. I know that's not the right way. So these are going to get cast off. So you put one in there, and then do the next one, and then loop the first one over the second one, and it's gone. And do the same thing now again. And loop the next one over, but you have to make sure you've got enough give to it. You can't just make tight little stitches. They have to be a little bit bigger. Just a little. It's hard to make them bigger, but not too much bigger. And the first one over the second one. That's called PSSO. Pass. PPSO. Pass previous stitch over. I thought it was PSS. I don't know what it is. Whatever it is. You'll have to look it up. This one isn't big enough. See how that's just a regular size? But if you make it a little bigger, then it'll easily go over. Yeah, Kitchener stitch is a good one. I should practice it. I really get confused with it. I've tried a few times. I guess I could learn it on here. Could practice it here with you. It's a very interesting pattern, a Kitchener stitch. Oh, that one's too small to go over. I used to live in Kitchener, Ontario. I wonder if that has anything to do with it. Kitchener. I wonder what it means. It used to be called Berlin. It's a very German city. But then it became Kitchener. Okay, so that side is cast off. They're only my second, or no, I guess this is my 1, 2, I made the 2 black pairs, and I made 2 felted pairs, or 2 homespun pairs, or maybe it's only 1. Thought I had 2. but I can't find the other ones. Okay, so now how's this one? So that's done, so it's now time to cast off this one too. Otherwise they'll be the wrong height. So 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. Am I messing up your counting when I do that, Susan? So how do you place your stuff so that you can see what I'm doing and comment and do your own stuff? Definitely not the way to do it, because you have this big ridge now. It's going to be along the knitting. Your mittens are probably hiding in your car. I've checked. I've also lost a slipper, a purple slipper. No idea where it went either. But I'm very intrigued with these slippers. Being able to wear them outside in the snow is so comfortable. It's like going barefoot in the winter. I mean, it's just not allowed. Willem goes barefoot outside a lot. He always takes off his shoes in the car too, and his socks, so he's in bare feet driving in the winter. There, don't they look pretty? What's probably alpaca? This is sheep's wool. I have alpaca out there though, you know. Okay, so I did an extra long one on this side, so now I have to do an extra long one on this side too, so that they will lay down flat. So I'm going to knit this one. Gotta be careful doing this that you don't confuse your yarns. Sometimes you end up crossing them. Oh, you have a pair made of alpaca. Yeah, alpaca's a really good one. I made some alpaca boot inserts one year at Mira. We used to do a craft every Thursday. It was really awesome. We made baskets. We did so much cool stuff. Okay, so now your feet don't get cold or wet. Nope, not with alpaca on. It's really cool, isn't it? I'm just so amazed. Okay, so now, here we go. But I didn't take it off of that side. How's that going to work? I need to pass it over. I know what I'll do. I'll just knit it on this one as if it was on here. I don't want to take it off and lose all my stitches. So there you go. So it's really on this one, but I put it onto here so that I can cast it off. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, that's like the Count Dracula on Sesame Street. He always said 1, 2, You're so... Oh, hi, Marthy. You're so creative, Auntie Nancy. How blessed you are. Well, I think of you a lot. We're getting snow again, Marthy. I should put a live cam up for when it snows. Hey, I could just make a live video and it will just sit there. Maybe I have another camera I could do that with. Wouldn't that be fun? Just make a live video and you could watch it come down. When the channel reception didn't work and you get all the dots on the television, we would call that Ontario snowstorm. Are you watching an Ontario snowstorm? I'm going to make soap again, Marthy. I am. I think about you and those giant bars. Do you have big hands? I think of you as a small person. Tough, though. Very tough. You would be a good Marine. All right, look at that. This is the last one for this one. So now if you look at this, you see you've got where you begin and where you end, and so you have to go one more. Then somehow you have to stick the other needle in. But now that that's been cast off and it's done, bring my needle here, so you have to get your other needle in there. And then you have to do a stitch there. Come on, there we go. Do a stitch there. And you're still casting off, right? So this one goes over this one. There we go. And then this one goes through here. It's interesting how similar a crochet hook is to knitting. Have you ever thought about that? Like when you're trying to knit something and it interesting, that's a good idea. You have to be careful not to burn yourself when you're doing this, because if that's hot plastic. Even though I thought this was 100% wool. See, and then you can tighten that one up and tighten it up. And there you go. Oh, and if I had cut it long enough, I could have used it to sew it the whole way around. Nancy, you are so short-sighted sometimes. But you mustn't say that to yourself. You say, oh, well, now you've learned something else. Always good to keep learning, isn't it? Guess this should go weaving in and out here. It is nice when it has a little point on it, I must say. But the point wants to come off. See, wool doesn't melt like this. You can always tell what kind of fabric you're using because of how well, how it does that, how it burns. You're gonna go. Your eyes are getting heavy. Nice to see you. Have a good sleep. Bye-bye. You tried to catch me, leave a tail for sewing. Yeah. Ah, well. I'm so quick. Oh, good morning, Davy. Davy, I wanted to ask you, you said that your name is Dutch, but where do you live? Are you in Holland? It's nice to have you here. I hope you're enjoying it. It's nice that you started talking. A lot of people that talk on here say they've been watching for years and I've never met them. It's very strange not to really meet everybody. But it's so nice to know that I can make a difference just by turning on my camera, you know? It's a nice community here, isn't it? There's a sign up at Miron, how to build community. That's a good sign. Forget what's in it, what it says. I just know that I felt good looking at it. Well, this did not work at all. That nice little point broke right off. Which means that there's not a whole lot of other one. But I wonder if that means, well, it will shrink. I've made a bunch of rugs out of this yarn. And they shrink, and they're so soft and nice when they shrink. But if I shrink these mittens, they'll be good for the kids who won't really appreciate them and use them. You know, when I think of how many mittens I lose, it makes me not want to make any because I know I'll just lose them. Should probably have them safety pinned on my clothes. That would actually be a smart idea, or at least have strings on them. Because I'm always, when I'm outside, if I'm just outside, I'm alright, but if I'm trying to video at the same time, I'm always having to take off my mittens to turn the camera off and on, because, or my nose. Yes, oh, you're in Belgium, you told me that. Let me write that down, Davy. This is important to me. Under D for Davy. You didn't get in the book yet. Look at that. There's a lot of D's here. Davy. And how do you spell that? Davy Van Moyer. Van, M-O-E-R. And the V is capital. Dan Moyer in Belgium. You go to school there in Ghent? Whereabouts in Belgium? Now I have to go to the Belgium page. B, British Columbia and Belgium. I'll put Belgium on this side. Davy Van Moyer. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell us a little about yourself, Davy, so we can know who you are out there. What brings you here to this channel? Of all the channels you could be watching at 5 in the morning. But you're in Belgium, so it's not 5 in the morning anymore. Alright, now I'm at the end here and I have to cast it off. Oh, I know, I just pushed it through. But I can't do that. I have to cast it off this way. I have to go this direction because my string is here. Okay, so it looks like our charging is not actually working. It still says low battery. Just a second, I'm going to just check and see if we're charged well. Oh, I didn't happen to know how many percent it was. Hold on. So we are not going to die just yet. Relax. We're not going to die. We're not going to die. Look, here I have this from hooking my other things. I think this needs to go over to here. So what's the latest news in your neck of the woods? Uh-oh, I missed a stitch. I dropped a stitch here. That's terrible. It's the last thing you want on your last stitch. Unravel everything. She's come undone. She's come undone. I should learn the words of that song. Should also write it down. What does it even mean? She's come undone. To have come undone. Just sort of lose it, right? Just sort of well, what would you say? How would you say that? To lose it? To lose what? Not losing your mind, losing your patience, losing your grip on reality. She's come undone. There was a book by that name once. I think my daughter owned it. It was in the house for years. I remember seeing it. It's funny, you know, we get books that really mean something to us. My daughter had another book, Gift from the Sea, by Anne Lindbergh. That's the wife of the Charles Lindbergh who flew across the ocean on my dad's birthday, like the day he was born. Okay, that's all put away. I should put this one away too. Have I missed something? Anybody saying anything? It means you're crazy. I remember when I was in the hospital with my nervous breakdown, and there was such a small line between being normal and being crazy. Small line. Oh, good morning, Jen. How are you? And you're in Iowa, is that right? Or no, Illinois. It's one of those I places. Jen, under J. I have to put everybody in the book. EFJHIJ. J Fitz. I forget where you were from. Oh, 1984. Okay, so we have Davy here from Belgium. We have Susan here. Southern Illinois. Thank you. So you're surrounded by cornfields. You're on a farm, right? Illinois. I was born in Chicago. J Fitz or Jen? Jen. And I'll write under Illinois. LJHI. Illinois. Look, you're the first one on the Illinois page. Wasn't that fun when we met up with each other? What a great thing to do. So Grateful was here for a while. I don't know if he's still here. And Susan Ernst and Susie Q. No, Susie Q went back to bed, didn't she? And then we had several people from the UK. Moomin. And 3 people. Kirsten. One person with PTSD and blindness, and one person with uterine and something else, neuropathy problems, and somebody else with something I'd never heard of, E something, D something syndrome, EDS. There, that's good enough. 1984, was that right, Jennifer? Was it 1984? Yes, 1984. What was I doing in 1984? Let's see, so Virginia was born in 79. So I had a 5-year-old. Oh, that would be the year she went to kindergarten. So I probably was making dresses for her and sending her off to down that long lane, walking all the way down that long lane to the bus. I have a picture of her waiting for the bus. And I had a little baby at the same time, Ben. So he was, I guess he was born in 81. So he would have been 4. Do you have children? I know when I met you, when I visited, that was fun. That was really nice to see your happy place. You don't generally get to see people's happy place, you know? So I have to cast this off. But it looks like I have to do it from the back. But I can do that. I'll just purl. I've purled before and I'll purl again. To cast off with purling is kind of different. Do you knit, Jen? What are your projects? I know you gave me all that fabric paint, so at one time you painted on fabric. That was fun. Those Nancy Today bags. Wasn't that a hoot? I had such fun making those. For those of you that weren't around, at one time I got all these fabric bags from, what was it from? In Walmart. No, I guess I was in Georgia with my mom at the time too. I think I got them from, there was some craft store that it was no longer there. I don't know what the name it was. Anyway, so I bought these $5 cloth bags, which now, you know, you can easily get cloth bags. Every grocery store will sell you cloth bags. And I would use this craft paint and I would paint on it Nancy Today University. Nancy Today University, or it was NTU. That was my university. Which was just all these videos. This was all Nancy Today University because people always, one person up in Georgia mountains, she told me that she had learned so much that she was ready for her diploma. Oh, no children, okay. Oh, there you are, Grateful. It's good to hear you. Yes, I mean, a lotus flower now means you, Jen. It was so awesome. Yes, Susan, I think that was in 2013 or so, not sure, but she came to visit me when I lived in Virginia. Yeah, because you were on my way and I could do that. I think I had it was on the east route. I had 3 routes I took, so one time I would go down through Ohio and then straight down through Kentucky and Tennessee, and I would meet people there. In Kentucky, that was Pat. And then, and in Alabama, I think there was somebody. And there were people in Illinois. There was another Susie Q. No, Cindy. Anyway, that's right, it was Cindy. I went to visit her on that route, and then I took the I-81 route, and I had a whole bunch of people I would see. I would stop and see Jennifer Today, and then I'd see Esther, and then I would see, well, there were a few people down there. There was Jill, and I haven't heard from Jill in years. Her husband was a policeman in North Carolina, and they were involved with, they were missionaries in their own church, and they had gone down there of their own accord to Haiti, and they had built an orphanage, and it was all being run and funded by donations, and she would do that. Every year she would go to Haiti and help take care of this orphanage stuff. It was so cool. What a cool thing to do. And then, let's see, that was in North Carolina. And then there was somebody in Asheville, North Carolina, I think. Then Ely, Georgia. Oh, and in South Carolina, that's right. There's one woman, and she has about 4 different names for herself. I can never remember which one. Oh, and there was another one in South Carolina that I went to see. So one of them had a son who played the mouth harp. You can look up the mouth harp and see him. What's his name? Jeremiah. Jeremiah was a bullfrog, right? Why is it saying low battery again? It's supposed to be charging. Keep charging. Oh, wait. Look at this. I'm just knitting away. Oh, no. I'm backwards. It's okay. We're supposed to be casting off. So what's on your plan for the day, Jen? You're up early? Is this a farm morning? Do you go out to do chores in the barn? Boy, I used to do chores. If we wanted to go to church, we had to do our chores before church. So it was a 5 o'clock in the morning thing. I would get up and we would go and shovel out the pigs. It was a lot of wheelbarrows full. Finally, we got a manure. What was that thing called? It was a track, and you scraped the manure into it, and then you turned it on. It would take it all out and put it on top of the heap. There were some good quotes that I've always remembered about manure piles, like, you can't stand on a manure pile and smell like a rose. Those are true-to-life experiences, don't you think? Look at this. We're coming to the very last stitch of the very last... Oops, I guess I should go this way. The very last stitch of the very last thumb of the very last mittens. Look at that. Okay, now I will make this one long enough to tie it on. What a silly girl I was to cut it off before. So I'll need a lot, right? 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Should that do it? It depends how I'm going to stitch it. Now where's that fire tool? You know what Willem calls bookmarks? Calls them page remember papers. That's right. This is the fire tool. Just in case you need to know. A bra is an over-the-shoulder boulder holder. I'm sorry, I don't usually go there. See how it's melting it? See how it's not? It should not do that with this fiber. It should have just been like hair. It just disintegrates. That's a big thumb. Oh, you're in Lexington, Kentucky. Are you visiting? I guess you must be visiting. Well, how nice. You have relatives hither and yon, don't you? So are you remarried? You say we. Okay, so look at this. I did it. Look at that. It's covering that whole area. The whole thumb area is covered. Now, for the $1 million question, this is way bigger than that. Oh well. But the question lives on. So there we go. Ha! That's awesome. That's really good. Oh, you're engaged. Congratulations. How nice. Now the best way to do this would be while I'm wearing it, wouldn't it? Nah. This doesn't look so good here at this end though. I wonder if I can smarten it up. Oh. Well, maybe I'll smarten it up when I get over there. I suddenly got a headache. Where's the other piece? Here we go. Piece number 2. With its little short one. Nancy, why would you do such a thing? Isn't it, no matter how fast you are, Susan, you still can't beat me when I'm going to do something wrong. No, I was going to tell you. Well, my thumb will be nice and warm. I did get some big fat darning needles the other day. I went to the dollar store and I just shopped. I'll buy this and this and this and this and this. I liked doing that. Can't do it all the time. That would not work. But you can do it now and then. Somebody suggested I have bipolar. But I think if you had bipolar, you would, I think that you can't take antidepressants. I can do with antidepressants. They're fine with me. My Celexa. I take Celexa. And I notice if I don't take it for a while and I don't get enough sun. I don't usually take it in the summer. I take it in the winter. I usually have to start in the autumn. But I forget to take it also. Anyway, so there we go. So I could do this. I could put it on. Now, should I do it from the inside though? Like this is quite the thing on the outside. But if I do it on the inside, you see, thank you. Oh, there it is. Trucking, hauling freight to northern Illinois, then heading to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Are you the trucker? Or are you with your fiancé? That's cool, you know. You're a trucker, or you're trucking. This, you don't even have to sew it on, you know. This is really kind of cool. This isn't going anywhere. And it's not sewed on. And so if I needed to take it off, I could. Because, you know, you always need to take off your thumb. That's an interesting idea. So if it's on the inside, it doesn't even need to be sewed on. You could have interchangeable ones. I have a license to drive, just riding along with them for now. So you're engaged to another trucker. How fun. I always thought that would be the best job ever, except the part where you have to get out of the car and unload it. If you could just drive it, I could do that. I could just be the driver, but not the unloader. I'm a good driver. I've had very few accidents. Actually, I had no accidents until lately. I had somebody hit me in Napoleon, Ohio. There was a really nice lady I met there. She was into herbs. She was an awesome person, and she used to comment on my videos, and I stopped to see her and just thought she was the most awesome woman, and I've never heard from her again. That's the trouble with meeting people in real life, is you never hear from them again. Except you, Jen. Yeah, and Jennifer today. She's not on very often. She's got lots of children. Okay. I could leave it like this, which I won't do. Let's see if the other one will work from the inside. But you see, from the inside, when it's all hidden, you see, you could actually make it line up. When it's on the outside, look what it's going to look like. It's got my big ridge there. I like it on the inside. Very interesting idea. Who would have thought? We haul no-touch freight, so we don't unload ourselves. The companies do it themselves. Really? Wow, you do that. So I could do that. Who wants to hire a 66-year-old driver? Of course, if I had to be hired, I wouldn't have my free time. I would have to. I bet you don't get to stop and play your violin in every state park, do you? I'm not in a hurry. I'm just going to rest for a while. So that's one. Let's see about the other one. This is exciting. It's very exciting. Look at that. Look at how nicely that works. It's not going anywhere. It's way bigger than that hole. I guess I could sew them on from the inside. There's nothing worse than a thumb that's not warm. Well, I have to, nature is calling. So, should I just leave you here? I'll be back in a minute. Chat amongst yourselves. My CB handle would be Swamp Woman. Or Nancy Today. I like Nancy Today. I'll be back in a minute. Chat amongst yourselves. You'll never guess what I found. I found your other thing. Sorry, it's saying low battery again. I guess it's getting more intent. All right, what's happening here? What time did the stream start? 149 minutes ago. That's why I stayed awake this long. I had to see the mittens finished. Yep, there they are. That's pretty cool, eh? I guess I'll actually have to sew them on. It's probably easiest. I could either do it with this crochet hook or I could do it with the with needles. Needles are probably better. Oh, Ellen, you're still here. Good morning. Not much hope. No, not much time for that. What my CB handle? Yes, what's your CB handle? Let's see, what would I be? It would probably be Nancy Today, or it could be Teepee Woman or Swamp Woman. I like Teepee Woman. I really like my Teepee Woman times. That's why I stayed awake this long. Had to see the mittens. Morning, Ellen. Morning, all. Oh yes, Ellen, you're not up very early. I think it was 3:34 when you came in. Yeah, I think it was 3:45. I think when I noticed that I was on. So it must have been a little bit earlier because I had to be on here before Susan was on here. Hopefully you can get some sleep. When I saw you all here this morning, the song "Went to My Garden Party to Reminisce with My Old Friends." I think that's a good song. I was getting ready to sleep and poof, Nancy. Oh, it's fun to have people to laugh with. Went to a garden party. Okay, I gotta look that song up. I need to be taking better notes. Okay. So I decided that at the back of this book are going to be all the songs that I kind of lapse into, okay? So I'm going to look up Garden Party. But I don't know if I know that one anyway. And let's just go through. Can you remind me of any of these little songs that you're helping me so that I can learn them on the violin, so I can play them and think them. Okay, so in the morning, I'll sing sunrise songs. The farmers used to call me Skittles because after dumping corn one time, got close to my gate door on the trailer, left a trail of corn down, so Skittles. After dumping corn one time, you got, isn't that cool? So Skittles is your CB handle. I'll have to write that down. Just one moment, please. Jen, EFGHHIJ, Jen. Skittles, SKITTLES. Skittles. What a good reason to have a name. My name is Swamp Woman because Willem called me that. Because I just love swamps. If I see a wetland, it's like, stop here. Stop. There could be anything in there. This is like where you see nature. The rest of the place, they come and go. You see squirrels, but... Okay, so let's get back to these songs. So I always seem to be lapsing into the old gray mare. She ain't what she used to be. So we'll put that down, the old gray mare. What's happening on Twitter? The old gray mare. And Sunrise. And Taps. I love Day is Done. I sing that when the sun is setting. It's a tradition for me now. You grew up next to a marsh. Yeah, nice. Nice. Even though they have mosquitoes and and I guess, yeah, up in Wisconsin. Wisconsin, is that the land of the lakes or is that Minnesota? I think my brother went to Minnesota with the Eagle Scouts. Okay, so Sunrise, Taps. Nancy will be able to help. That's right. You should see all the names. Like there's a lot of people here already. We just started this book. There's room for more. Oh, I guess we're getting into the countries now. Yeah. Just go through the alphabet, you see? You got this is a nice little book already. I know. Isn't that amazing? And that's just from what people's comments on. A lot of it's on the live videos, but also other places where I already know where they are. In a bad zone now for phone signal. Take care, you guys. Lots of love to you all. Wow, Jennifer, goodbye. It's been nice. That's so cool that you're on the road driving, hearing this from on the road. So you can just tune in anytime, day or night. Isn't that cool? The world has sure changed, eh? What a different world. I have my little home assistant, my Google Assistant on my phone, an app, even though I've got Apple phone. But anyways, and I open it up and um, I open it up and I say, play the latest news. And it does. It plays all the news. One after another after another. I've got like 80 of them I've got on there. I'd like to put different ones on. Some of them I don't like. But you know, sometimes I'll turn on my thing. I'll say when I go to bed, I'll tell it, I'll tell my Dot to play the latest news. Minnesota, land of 1,000 lakes. Yes, Minnesota. Ontario has lakes everywhere too. Here's another one. We've got rocks and trees and trees and rocks and rocks and trees and trees and rocks and water. We've got trees and rocks. Rocks and trees and trees and rocks. We've got trees and rocks and rocks and trees and trees and rocks and water in Canada. All right, and there's another one about let the sun shine in. Let the sun shine in, face it with a grin. Open up your heart and let the sun shine in. Oh, let the sun shine in. Frowners never win. Smilers never lose. And frowners never win. So let the sun. The tune is in there somewhere. And the words too. It's like the one that's, what's the name of that song? It goes la-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da, something, something bird. La-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di. I wish I could remember the words. That was Sesame Street. La-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da. What's the name of that song? It goes la-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da, something, something bird. La-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da. I wish I could remember the word. What's another one? Come on, guys. I need help here. I don't know. What do I sing? Water, 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 cool, clear water, water. See, wouldn't it be nice to be able to play them on the violin? Hey, did I tell you? I got new canvases. I have 3 canvases now. So I can mess one up. It's okay because I got 3. If I only got 1, it's like, oh, I don't know. Do I dare do it? You know, some of the stuff in here is pretty cool. Uh-oh, here we go. She's taking it off the thing. Look at this. Isn't that a beautiful basket? It's made with a chunk of cedar wood, and the chunk of cedar wood was a log not long before that, right? It's not milled and dried in a kiln and all that. It's just a cedar log. It's actually slab, which is why it's curved. And that's willow, and in it, it's full of dandelion stems. Can you imagine dandelion stems? What if we tried to use it? When am I going to do it? Oh, and look behind it. Those are the leftover willow shoots. They were too small, and they were just left over, and so I stuck them in a jar, and then I realized that you're an acorn, small and hard, lying on the cold, cold ground. Oh, that's interesting. But I've never sung that one, have I? Oops, you gotta turn around. There you go. You guys are very patient with me. You know, I realize that when people come and step on me, that's why I'm all cracked, you see. I'll have to look that up. I'll write it down. Small. How did it go? I'm an acorn, small and hard. I'm an acorn, small and hard. I'm started to do shorthand a bit. I'm an acorn, small and hard, lying on the cold, cold ground. Oh, it's really blowing out there. I can see, not the snow, but the wind is blowing. I can see this piece of string here. I'm going to look it up. Okay. Laying on the cold, cold ground, small and round, laying on the cold, hard ground. Small and round, lying on the cold, hard ground. People come and step on me. People come and step on me. People come and step on me. That's why I'm all cracked, you see. That's why I'm all cracked. You see. There. Okay, what's another one I sing? I'm doing the dishes, and that's when I start doing the water, cool, clear water. Never heard of it before. I think, yeah, look it up and listen to the tune of it. See if I can find it on this one. I have this one I found. I'm not sure. It's over 20 years since I first got it. Okay. Look at that. Critically low battery, but we have a plugger up here. Ha 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 ha. Oh no. I'm sorry to toss you around like that. I never meant any harm. Are you there? You have to do your orientation again there. Sorry. Do you feel bruised? Okay, so I'll plug this in to here. No, to here. No, wait, it turns around. This comes out of there, and that goes in here, and this comes in here. And now we'll see if we have a critical... Look, septic bacteria. I write that down. It's a notification I get the first of every month. I'm a nut, I'm a nut. Okay. I'm a nut. Isn't that great? Okay, let's look up this, see if we can figure out how to do this. Z goes that way, and oh look, I haven't used this in years. Charging 6%. Okay, so how do we do it now? Swipe screen to unlock. Look at that now. Pushing the button should do something, shouldn't it? Okay, now what are we going to look up? Internet. And we're going to look up. This is so much fun. Look at this. I can do two things at once. An ADHDer's dream. Try again. Oh, these are offline things. Oh no, I have to figure out the internet. It's charging. It's trying to find the internet. I guess we've got new internet since this thing. Well, that won't work. How do I find that? How do I get onto the internet from here? Hi, Misty. How are you? And where are you, Misty Storytime? You'll have to write that down. I'll put you in my book under M for Misty. Let's see where the M's are. M, N, Misty Storytime. You sound like a mom reads stories. Oregon. And that's where the Misty Storytime comes from, eh? You can't sleep either. Had lots of fun with the kids with that song. Now that I have littles again, I can revive it and sing it to them. You're not well, Misty? What's that all about now? I have things happening. The battery is critical. Okay, okay. This is not charging, I guess. Connect your charger, it says. Wow, this is fun, you know, being like old enough now that I can't remember how to do things. Plug you up there. Oh, now it's happy again. You have 26, 18, and 6-year-old and 2 grandbabies. And do you have COVID? Is that why you're not well? I mean, that's the logical thing nowadays, but it could be anything. Okay, I'm going to write the numbers 26, 18, and 6. Okay, and 2 grandbabies. Aren't grandchildren awesome? Oh, they must be very young. You're 26-year-old. They would be mostly preschoolers, right? Or about. Okay. You're stuck under the chair. There you go. I have to be so careful with all these wires, you know? So, we have been working on the mittens, and they are now in a state of semi-finished. I have to sew the thumbs on, but if I don't, it's okay. Oh, thank goodness. Yes. Sometimes we get off schedule, don't we? Look at that. I just love them. I did it. And the mittens and the thumbs aren't even tied on. Well, it certainly isn't going to leave any spaces where the air can get in. And it's not going to be stretched on the corner. Now I can go play outside. But I should tie them on. I should do them on. That's important. Because otherwise I will be out there and I'll get snow somewhere. Yeah, you open it up and it starts to come apart. Only on this one, though. I wonder if I should do them on the inside like that, or put them and do them on the outside like this. Should probably do them on the outside. That's the right thing to do, isn't it? Well, let's see. As long as it's together right here, this is the best time to know exactly where I want everything to be attached. Right? Wasn't that fun that Jen was on from, where was she from? She's in Illinois. She's in Kentucky driving this morning. I thought she was visiting family or something. But no, she's a trucker. Huh, that didn't work. So what's happening over here? I don't think I'm going to be able to do this because I think I have to figure out the internet. How do you go online, the internet? So on YouTube, let's look up, what was it called? Where did I write it down? I'm a nut. I'm a nut. Lyrics. Here we go. I'm a nut, I'm a nut. My life don't ever get in a rut. My life don't ever get in a rut. Whoop, 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 whoop. The head on my shoulders is sort of loose, and I ain't got the sense God gave a goose. Lord, I ain't crazy, but I'm a nut. It is wetter underwater if you're there when it is it wetter underwater if you're there when it rains? Is it shorter to New York than it is by a plane? Between myself and I wonder who is dumber. Is it hotter down south than it is in the summer? I'm a nut, I'm a nut. My life don't ever get in a rut. Whoop, 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 whoop. The head on my shoulders is sort of loose, and I ain't got the sense God gave a goose. Lord, I ain't crazy, but I'm a nut. I drove my Cadillac to Vegas to satisfy my lust. Wheelin' Dillon left old Vegas on a Greyhound bus. I shouldn't have set the woods on fire while I was there, but I remember only forest fires prevent bears. That was a take on Yogi Bear, right? Or no? Is that who was? No, who's the forest bear? Smokey the Bear. Only you can prevent forest. Only you can prevent forest fires. Okay, I'll read that part again. I shouldn't have set the woods on fire while I was there, but remember, only forest fires prevent bears. I'm a nut, I'm a nut. My life don't ever get in a rut. Whoop, 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 whoop. The head on my shoulders is sort of loose, and I ain't got the sense God gave a goose. Lord, I ain't crazy, but I'm a nut. The poverty war will be over when I begin to fight. If if I if it took a dime to go round the world, I couldn't get out of sight. I don't mind to take the girls out if they don't mind to go Dutch. Makes me feel like $1,000,000, and I bet I ain't worth half that much. The worth of a soul is great in the sight of God. We are worth so much to Him. Do you realize that if you were the only person on the whole planet, the Savior would have still done everything for you, just for you? That's how important you are. You are important. You have incredible potential. You come from royal lineage. You were here forever, and your father is the king of the universe, and your mother is his most precious sweetheart. They're our family. They're our parents. Isn't that amazing? So one of these times when it does that, it's going to die, I guess. And it'll probably be all right because it's 173 minutes, and I think that at some point it stops working very well, and it starts to go black, and people start telling me things aren't working. There must be a limit. Okay, so now we need we need to hear it. Oh, videos. Let's listen to a video of it. Yep. I'm a Nut by Leroy Pullins. Oh, at least he was the one that. So this is by Love the Classics 69. Hey, if it's from 69, maybe we've heard it before. Alright, I don't know. Samsung account. Afraid of losing your mobile device? No. How do I go back to where I was before? Bookmarks. I don't want any of those things. I just want to open this video. There we go. Always. Okay. Whatever that meant. Oh, now it's got to install a newer version. Okay, we'll use this one instead. Just once. Just once. Just once. Doesn't really take a hint very well, does it? Here we are. Oh, now I've got to install it from here. Okay. I guess it's happening. So what's happening over here? My nut song is a kid's one with a child singing. I think that might be a bad one there. Don't know. Oh, oh yeah. How are you doing, Susan? Are you done with the COVID yet? And thank you for the compliment on the mittens. 16. Oh, yes, 16. Spring is coming. Not for a long time. Go back up here. Okay, so let's see if it's got it now. Oops, sorry. No. So I have to figure all these things out. Swiping and stuff. So this is supposed to be open in Play Store app. Or can I just click on it right there to install? Now it wants me to sign in. Oh gosh. Open in Play Store app. Is it going to want me to sign in again? I do feel a lot better, thank you. Dear everyone, thank you for being here this morning. I'm going back to sleep. Awesome. Have a good day. Good night, Misty. Have a good sleep. I'm glad you're feeling you can go back to sleep now. In Oregon. Oh, that's right. So it's only 4 o'clock, 3:45 in Oregon. Now it wants me to try again. Try again. This has this nice little back button. Mine, you push the middle button and it takes you to the main page and you can go to wherever you want. Oh well. Oh. It's not even light yet. You know, you'd think it'd be light. It's pushing 7, right? It's almost 7. You'd think it would be nice and light out by 7. Soon it'll be cracking light at 3. Those are good times. I like it when it's light a lot. When it gets dark at 10 o'clock at night, and when it gets light at 3 in the morning. Aren't those great days? So you only get 5 hours sleep if you get up at the time. Yes, it must be nap time, right? Isn't it nice we could all be there together for each other? This did not turn out right. I don't know what I've done here, but it certainly doesn't look right. So, what's the plan? Now, oh, I see, it's because of all of this. That's the problem. But you know what? I could just loop it right onto the other spot, right? I could go right through here with this. Let's see if I can figure out how I would do that. I guess it's not very much in sight now. Out of sight, man. Oh, it's like crocheting, so you gotta stick the crochet through. Okay, so I can do that. Okay, that's good. Now you have to pull this all the way through every time, right? But then you can go like you're crocheting again. Pull it through both and then just take it out. This is funny. I'm enjoying myself completely. I wanted to hear that song, I'm a Nut, I'm a Nut. I think that'll be good. Well, there's another good song, which Time, and it is about um, what is it called? My darning needles. Darning, it's downstairs. Yeah, it would be so much easier just go get it. But, you know, that would mean I'd have to get up out of this lovely, comfortable chair, this wooden rocking chair. There's the right way, the wrong way, and Nancy's way. But, you know, my sister was giving a talk, and I listened to it online, and it was on YouTube. Or no, it was on, I don't know where it was. Maybe it was on YouTube. Anyway, she said that my dad would say to her, well, you're my little chickadee is what he used to call me. And, but she would say he said that to her, that, I'm sorry, I can't really talk and think. You're supposed to be able to think and talk at the same time. You can't knit this figuring it out and talk, especially about something so remote. There's the right way, the wrong way, and Nancy's way. And he used to say to her, there's the right way, the wrong way, and Cynthia's way. Cindy's way. She used to be Cindy. So it's going to snow here today. Going to have quite a bit of snow, actually. 10 inches. It's going to come down over a day. Today and tomorrow, I think. So I have to make sure this goes through enough enough strings that it's not going to get thin and pull away, you know. See, that's looking very nice. Hi, Binary. Talking and thinking is hard. Is that the chair you redid the seat on? No. I didn't redo a seat on a chair, did I? I remember I was in Georgia with, what was her name? Up in her mountain place. Anyway, she had 3 chairs that needed refinishing, or needed seats, and she had this bag of rug making strips, long rug making strips, and so we used that. I used it and redid all of her chairs. We caned them with rug stuff. It was really a good idea. It's made a beautiful chair. I should have done that with my dad's ties. Wow, wouldn't that be interesting? No, they're too short, and you'd have to sew them together. So I have my dad's suits also. And I was thinking, what about taking apart a suit, and I could make wool skirts out of it, right? Wouldn't that be cool? I saw you do it. Must have been like it was at a class. Oh, okay. So at Esther's. Esther lives the Shenandoah Valley in Virginia, and so I would go stop at her house on the way to Georgia and back every time. It was wonderful. She's just such a wonderful person. Anyway, she caned chairs, and so she showed me how. So it's getting, is the video changing? Is everything still working fine? Oops, wait a minute. Where'd it go? Yeah, with the basket material. Yeah, that was Esther, and she showed me how you start it. You treat it like it's a square, and so you make a square. You loop one around, and then you loop them together, or somehow connect them together, or you tape it to the inside, and then you make your square. And you just keep treating it like it's a square. Then you go back. What's matter? What's happening? Um, Grateful, what did you say? Fine as of now? Did I ask you? How are you doing? Probably. This is really cool that this is working. See, it looks like that when it's done. I mean, there must be a better way, but this is the way it's working for me. And it's going to be okay. These may be the biggest standing out thumbs I've ever made or will ever make, but no, it's all good. I can figure out which way to hold it. That was kind of the nice thing about doing it from the inside, is that it got rid of all the extra thickness was underneath. I gotta make another pair for myself. This is for Elida, I think. You remember Lida. She's an amazing singer. Oh, okay, thank you. So it's fine as of, okay, thanks. When I was a kid, we had a kitchen set and the chairs were all covered with tightly crocheted bread bags. Oh, isn't that an interesting idea? So creative, you know, I just love it when people are creative. I love it when I'm creative. Sometimes I have that creative stuff going on in my head, and those are wonderful days. So this is now tied up through the see, I've got this little tiny string which was holding my stitches. That's an awesome idea. So that's a stitch which has gone out. It's gone through, hasn't it? Yeah. It's already slipped. Well, we can't have that. Okay, got it there now. All's well. Life will carry on. The sun will rise. Oh, that's another song I sing. The sun ain't gonna rise anymore. Let's write that down in the book.